Hi, my name is Danielle Bianchi, and for more than a decade, I've been helping students achieve their college admission dreams. I've created a series of free video tutorials to help students write better personal statements for their college applications. For more free tutorials, please visit personalstatementblueprint.com/tutorials. This is responding to the University of California essay prompts. Many of my students are quite interested in applying to one or many of the campuses within the University of California system, which we call the UC system for short. This is not too surprising, as 6 of the 9 campuses, University of California, Berkeley, UCLA, UC San Diego, UC Santa Barbara, UC Davis, and UC Irvine, are ranked in the top 40 of the U.S. News and World Report's best national universities. The UC system has always had one main application that all the campuses share. Incoming freshmen must respond to 2 essay prompts on the UC application in order to apply for undergraduate admissions. Each applicant must respond to both essay questions with a maximum of 1,000 words total. So these words can be allocated as the student wishes, as long as the shorter one is greater than 250 words. Assuming this all makes sense to you, I'd like to discuss the 2 prompts, what they're asking the student, and how best to respond to them. So I'll read the 2 questions to you here. Prompt number 1. Describe the world you come from, for example, your family, community, or school, and tell us how your world has shaped your dreams and aspirations. Prompt number 2 says, tell us about a personal quality, talent, accomplishment, contribution, or experience that is important to you. What about this quality or accomplishment makes you proud, and how does it relate to the person you are? When my students read these prompts, they usually look dumbfounded and then start to slowly ask all the questions that add up in their head. Because these questions tend to be repeated each year with my new set of students, I thought you might benefit from some of the answers. So I've written all the questions that students have asked over the past, and then I'm going to comment on them. One main question I get is, there are too many words in this essay. So anytime an essay question confuses you, just break it down into parts so that you understand everything it's asking. The writers of these essay questions usually add words and ideas that they think will help you start brainstorming. Another question I get, usually about the UC, is what's a prompt? And a prompt is just simply an essay question. Then they get into the actual UC prompts. They say, what's number 1 really asking? What is this describe my world? So to summarize, number 1 is really asking, who will you become? Prompt number 1 really wants to know how your surroundings, as they state, the people or the environment, have helped shape who you want to become. Often students can relate to this one by thinking about why they've chosen a certain path in their potential college major or potential career. Why have they decided to study a certain major? Why do they want to become an engineer, a doctor, a psychologist, a social worker, a business executive, an English teacher, maybe a politician, or a church leader? What or who made them want to become an athlete or an artist or a singer, a cook, or a journalist? So then they say, well, Danielle, what's number 2 really asking then? So to summarize prompt number 2, I tell them it's really asking who are you now? The other one is who will you become? What's your future like? This one really is who are you now? It wants to know how some experience or quality or characteristic really describes who you are. So here you want to show a personality trait through an anecdote, a story, an experience. This one will be more related to your personal statement on your other applications. Then a student of mine has asked, tell us about a talent. I thought I'm not supposed to tell anything, Danielle. You say to show it. So technically they are correct. You're right. You don't want to spend time in an essay telling anyone who you are. This is why they usually follow up the questions with more details. And in this one it says, how does this quality, talent, or accomplishment relate to the person you are? They want you to describe the type of person you are by showing them through an example, through an experience, through a story, through an anecdote. So students have commonly said after this question, they'll say, well, quality, talent, accomplishment, this sounds like they want a laundry list of things. And I will respond to this for the UC or for any application. No, they do not want a laundry list of your extracurricular activities. You want to save that for the right section on the application where they do ask you for a list of your activities. Another common question of my students, how am I supposed to choose which one is longer and which one's shorter? Generally, I usually say one essay can become your personal statement for other applications. Since almost all your personal statements on your other applications give you about a 500 to 600 word count limit, make this one your longer one, and the other one will be the one that's closer to 300 to 400 words. And then commonly I'll get questions, what about, should I write 2 500-word essays or one long and one short? And as I've said before, you can allocate these words as you wish. They've told you that in the directions. But in my experience, I have to say students have chosen one to be 500 to 600 words and one to be closer to 300 to 400. But again, you can do whichever way you'd like. You have your choice to do allocate the 1,000 words as you wish. I would just advise using one as a longer essay and one as a shorter one. And then some students of mine have brought up a question, if I've already written my personal statement, can I use it for one of these answers? And of course, I say this is probably the best thing you can do, but make sure it properly answers the UC prompt. You might have to switch around some words here and there in your essay, but make sure it answers it properly. One last comment I want to tell you is, in the past, the UC application has been really difficult to navigate, and it's even more difficult to locate the essay questions. But in the last few years, they've really turned this around, and you'll notice on their website, you can read their essay questions easily. You can find a page about the prompts, review tips for writing, and even watch YouTubes on what the UC experts expect of their essays. And I've noted at the bottom here the website that's best for that. Thanks for watching. For more free personal statement tutorials, visit personalstatementblueprint.com/tutorials. To learn more about how the Personal Statement Blueprint can help you create your perfect personal statement, visit personalstatementblueprint.com. Or, for more general college admission advice, you can visit daniellebianchi.com.